day 31 of my extended 20-day water fast. All right, let's just start with the numbers, shall we? pH, my pH this morning went back up to 6, so that's good. So I think yesterday was a little bit of a slight blip. My weight can now, I had plateaued yesterday, but now continued with its descent, and so I went from 174.3, and this morning I was 172.9. So again, it's approaching almost a pound and a half drop again, day over day. Drank at least 3 liters or so. It's definitely a mixture between the filtered water and some tea and a couple of and a few cans of seltzer water. So went to the bathroom, at least 6 times. The water pH that I did have was 9.3, TDS 101 and EC 202. I got up about a little after 8, like 8:20 a.m. or so. So I'm still awake right now. It's like 1 a.m. right now. I'd say again, I think today more than ever, it was starting to feel more dragging. I'm feeling more dragging and more just like kind of a little bit short of breath kind of feeling, and just like, just it's kind of weird. It's weird, cool, in like this inner coolness, inner tingly coolness sensation. It feels like it's kind of flowing through most of my muscles right now, and I was feeling that through a good part of the day today, but then that was also just like anytime I'd push myself beyond very moderate movement, immediately was feeling like pushback from my body, like nope, we're not pushing that hard. So just like, just the muscle conservation of energy is just like feeling like it's kind of stepped it up a level. And so now I'm feeling even more wanting to slow down. My body wants to just like, okay, like let's dial it down even more. Okay, now we've gone quite a while without any food, so let's dial down the energy output farther, and so that's, I remember at one point, and I was already feeling a little bit of this way when I, before I even left. And I was starting to go like, oh man, I got a lot of stops to make. I got several places to go to put up these murals. And I'm like, man, I hope I have enough energy to get through the day. And, so the thoughts started crossing my mind about like, man, I wonder if I'll even make it through the day without, having to break the fast. So I intentionally, stocked up a cooler with all my waters, a couple of seltzer waters, and a couple of the coconut milks. I just had it just in case, because I was going to be driving pretty far away from the house, and I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I suddenly felt a sense of urgency to break the fast and start consuming something. I didn't want to just like rush off and get something that wasn't actually the thing I was going to have, and make sure I had that on me. So that was good. And so I kind of was struggling. I'd say it's, slight struggle, not too bad. It was more just like, I'm just taking it, hour by hour, just noticing how am I feeling, and sometimes it was a little bit more of a wave that was just kind of passing, where it kind of intensified a bit and then followed by kind of relaxed, especially, today I spent most of my time sitting in a car driving. So I found that as long as I didn't spend too much time out and about carrying some stuff and doing the work, and that I had a good amount of rest time sitting in the car between the little installs, that seemed to be sufficient enough to keep me from feeling overexerted. But I definitely feel the sense of overexertion is definitely much more apparent, and I could feel that I could go over the edge to overexertion relatively, even easier now than before. So now I got to be even just looking out for that more so. And just overall just feeling a little more depleted feeling. I mean, I guess I am depleted because I've been gone for over officially over a month now. If you count a 31-day calendar month, then I'm officially there. Officially at the full month of no food, no calories. So it's definitely is depleting for sure. So there's definitely a sense of actually, now that I'm feeling it again, taking deep breaths, it's almost, I'm having a similar sensation inside, like along my chest, up my esophagus, up my windpipe, and all the way up to my throat. That sensation when you get when you're winded, like when you push yourself really hard, and like you literally can't even catch your breath, and you have that winded, like stressed, winded, like weird tingly sensation that's like emanating through here to here. It's like I that's the sensation I'm having right now. I have this like almost winded sensation, even though I haven't been huffing and puffing at all, But I think, maybe at a physiological level, I essentially am kind of winded right now, because I've been pushing and pushing. So that's what I'm noticing now. And then, and definitely my head and my mind is just, I'm starting to feel a little more tired now. But, got through the day. Yeah, drove a lot today, and then, just, what else? Got rid of, put things away, went to see my mom, fill up her medicine pills, pill boxes, got that all set up for her. And then we watched a couple of little, like shows on CNBC. And so that was entertaining. And then basically went home, and so, home now, so, yep. Yeah. And then also I had some oolong tea today. One of the last stops I went to is a Chinese couple, and so they offered me this really good oolong tea that's they imported from Taiwan. That they actually stuffed a whole bunch of this in their suitcase. They flew back over here, and so I was like, man, I wish I could get this stuff. Because it's just the flavor, which is a really interesting flavor. It's really delicious. Definitely was no caffeine, because like I didn't, and after my experience with trying a little bit of caffeine, I realized I'm, in this state, I'm super sensitive to it, which I knew I was sensitive, but again, I was like, wanted to kind of gauge how sensitive I am, and, it turned out that it's extremely sensitive. So if there were any kind of caffeine in this tea, I would have felt it, very quickly. I drank like 3 cups, didn't feel anything, just felt warm and soothing to me. So, so that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe some oolong tea would be good. I'm not going to find that one that's that good, locally here, but, perhaps I'll find something that's, similar enough. What else? Yeah, and so now I'm just like, okay, well, I made it past 30, made it to day 31. Now I just, I'm like, okay, if I could just get myself to go 9 more days. It's like, okay, just a little over a week. a little over a week to go. And I'm just like, okay, I can do this. I can do this, you know? But I'm also just kind of going into it. It's like, okay, gauging from where I'm feeling right now. I'm just like, man, if it starts like, I think I can manage if I, you know, the way I'm feeling now. If it doesn't get much more intense than it is right now, I could probably continue to manage, you know, doing the light work that I'm doing, and taking care of the little things that I need to take care of and stuff. And I have a cooking class, a cooking knife skills class to be specific. You know, knife skills, prep skills, you know, class, 3-hour class. It's this Saturday. And that's another one. I'm just like, okay, if I'm still fasting, then I'll be doing all this stuff. But if they're going to have us like, you know, tasting things that we just did or whatever, I can't do that. And at the same token, I'm just like, okay, if I continue my fast, then like, what's my energy level going to be then? Like, how am I going to, you know, but I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm mostly just going to be working with my 2 hands. Like, I think that should be, I think I'll be all right. Yeah, so, and yeah, I think I'll be all right. So that'll be interesting, you know, so, yeah, it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that's another 5 days. So, yeah, so I'm going to be on, like, day 36 of my fast on the cooking, on the knife skills training day. So yeah, I just pray that energy levels are stable enough and all that stuff. I mean, I think just as insurance, I'm definitely gonna get myself to go to bed earlier. You know, go to bed as, you know, earlier than earlier, and let myself sleep in a bit on Saturday. To just make sure I'm as fully rested as possible so that I can get through the 3-hour class and not feel exhausted feeling, you know. And I don't want to leave the class feeling exhausted, you know. I want to feel still energized and stuff, but I understand at the same time I'm definitely going to be probably, you know, a little bit lower energy than usual, but I think as long as I'm still, you know, sharp-minded and have plenty of rest, I think I'll be okay. So, and of course I'll report on that, you know, what I learned and all that kind of cool stuff. Since I'm going to be doing a lot of personal, I'll be doing a lot more cooking, you know, prepping meals. But again, I'm thinking I'm going to probably do like 1 meal a day plus maybe vegetable smoothie, you know, maybe have a vegetable smoothie for lunch and then the nicely made dinner. I think that, you know, I think that's probably a good balance for me, you know, that would work. Don't have any breakfast, just like tea, decaf coffee, that kind of thing with coconut milk. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I guess not that much more to report. Yeah, just those feelings, those sensations. I'm just like, okay, I got to really watch this more closely now, day by day, you know. I mean, it could, like, you know, if I start becoming like super lethargic and just like, okay, I don't even want to leave the house kind of stuff, then, you know, I may have to cut it short, you know, because I still got to get other shit done. So, but, hey, well, you know, I already feel like, you know, quite the accomplishment. Broke the personal record, went for a whole month, you know, without eating. So even if it ends tomorrow, you know, it'll still be, you know, I still feel good about it. So, all right, well, that's it for now. I'm definitely getting sleepy. Better wrap this video up and get to sleep. All right, on to day 32.